the question?
Should have worn. Oh, how to make friends.
Oh, how to make
in our
friends?
age.
Yeah. But yeah, as a boss, it's hard for me because of the fact that I can't tell if someone's kissing my ass. That's the hard part. Or they're just being nice to me just because of my position. That's why it's hard. And that's the only, because sometimes people want to get away from things, and you know, if you kiss ass to the boss, there'll be certain things you can get away with. It took every single one of my employees, even the previous companies, took them a while that it doesn't work on me. That I'm very fair. I'm always going to be fair. I'm always going to do everything as fair as possible for everyone. Just because I let one person do it, that means everyone can do it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, to a certain extent.
Right.
That's why it's hard for me to make friends. It's okay. I have great friends now. I don't need any more. And I'm actually not about that life. I know this question is about like how to make more, but for me, I think for me, what I would say is focus on quality, not quantity. More friends isn't that great. And trust me, I know a lot of people, but some of them, I count them and call them friends. But my close friends, it's all I really hang out and see and do at my age. Just quality is more important, not quantity. That's what I would say to this question. Anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, work at our age now. Just work is the easiest way to make friends.
Yeah, you go to a rave. I'm not kidding. Don't do that. Just scratch that out. Let's see. I'm not gonna do that one because I need girls for that one. Well, speaking about job, what job you will never go back to? Feel free to skip if you worked apparently in every single one of your jobs, you loved it. Feel free to skip.
I would never ever go back to retail and banking.
Oh, retail specifically? Which retail?
Just any retail, like any type of department store.
Oh, so like a shop at the mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also banking.
Banking.
Yeah.
Oh. Jay?
Definitely retail.
Yes.
Wow.
Retail.
For you, is retail too?
Yep.
Why everyone said retail?
Waitressing.
Oh, waitressing?
Oh, that's got to be super stressful.
God.
Oh, yeah.
I did it for a year, and no, it's not for me. I don't have the, props to the waiter and waitresses. I always tip at least 20%. But it's just like me running around. I cannot run around. If I have more than 3 tables, I'm going to get lost. Let's just say that. I cannot keep track, and then but I know some girls that's their job, their career for their entire life, and they are really good at their job, and I'm not good at it. I tried it for a year, and I'm like, okay, that was my extra cash. I'm good.
Oh, you identify your strength. That's a good thing. For me, might surprise you guys. I will never go back to any type of job where it's all about QC or QA, which is like quality jobs, where you have to inspect the living absolute shit of every single piece. like under a microscope and measure the size of how everything is, minus any cuts and blemishes on it and stuff like that, and then retest it all over again, and then make sure they all go through at 100%, right? That they're all perfectly out. I would never go back to any QC or QA type of job ever again, because it is so damn tedious. That job is so damn tedious. And looking under a microscope hurts the hell out of your eyes after a while.
Oh yeah, I won't do that ever again either.
Yeah. A microscope for 8 hours a day, it hurts. People don't think it hurts. No, it really hurts. It hurt the hell out of my eyes. I think it did a number to it. And then for quality, you have to look underneath the microscope for it, right? Or maybe it might be contamination, stuff like that. It's so precise and tedious that I can't I can't do it. Props to anyone who've done it for years and stuff like that. But for me personally, I can't do it. I would never go back to any quality job or QC job ever again. quality control and quality assurance. They're the same job. They're just different names in different companies depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Like imagine that they make you look at thousands of bananas for
No,
freckles every day.
All I think about is that video of that one Asian dude vaping like 120 vapes a day, I think.
Oh my
Because he's
God.
testing them on the conveyor belt. Yeah, it's kind of like yours. He's literally just
Oh
chilling
my
there,
God.
puffing like 1,000 vapes in one day.
God.
They interviewed him. He's like, "Yeah, it's fine. Like, I feel good."
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
"Holy shit, dude, your
That's the
lungs,
most basic
his
response.
lungs are made out of iron, man. It's crazy."
That's saying I can't do that. I can't. All right, moving along. What has people always got wrong about you?
My ethnicity.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you said ethnicity. I thought you were gonna say the other one. I can't say it. Actually, I could say it just so whoever's editing this, just
Yeah.
edit it later. I thought you were gonna say like someone thought I was gay once.
Oh,
Twice.
that, yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
staying in.
No, we gotta edit that out because what if someone said what's wrong with being gay or something like that? Well, all right, whatever. But I thought you were gonna say that. But your ethnicity, yeah, because I
Yeah.
thought you were like 70% Asian, not a quarter.
Some people get it right. Others are like, "Are you Mongolian?" I'm just like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?"
You a Khan? Genghis Khan? Your ethnicity? Wow. Michael, what do people usually get wrong about you?
For me is that I'm a very serious person because of my
Mm.
face.
You got RBF?
Yeah.
You know, I like girls who has an RBF.
Oh, well, lucky for me, I'm a guy.
Damn. Meg, what does a lot of people always get wrong about you?
That I'm a biatch or I'm stuck up.
That's solid.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because
Yeah. What?
no, because I'm wondering if I should say mine. That's why.
Yeah, share yours.
Oh yeah, let's hear yours, Kay.
Well, because okay, a lot of things people get wrong about me. Okay, yes, the ethnicity that's common, but the one I was thinking inside of my head is that like, why do people always call me a womanizer?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the manipulative
Yeah.
womanizer, player, or always has a girl. That's the one. Like he always has a girl. That's the one that like people always get wrong about me. No, it's like I'm about to get my associate degree in being single. So I don't always have a girlfriend or whatever. That's what I should say. I don't always have a girlfriend. But and like love or like not love, but what's that word? Like not sucker for love.
Infatuation?
Not sucker for love, but it's another word for it. It's like when you're love struck. No, love sick.
Oh,
It's not
you,
infatuated, right?
Hopeless romantic.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
I'm not a hopeless romantic. I am very dependent. I'm not codependent. I can do everything by myself just fine. And I had been doing everything by myself just fine. So a lot of people always think that I always need to be in a relationship or need to have multiple people around me, which is that's something that a lot of people get wrong about me. Stuff like that. I would say that. And I'm not black and Spanish. That's the other two that they always seem to always think that I am.
I think you're Dominican or something.
Yeah. People always think I'm Dominican, yeah, or Puerto Rican, or they think I'm black because the way I dress. Like even like when I meet new people and they see me, and I don't speak any language, they just like he must be like some sort of African American descent. That's what a lot of people always get wrong about me.
So you're not Kay the Blasian badass.
No, not K double H.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not.
It's funny because with that name for you, literally, you could just be the letter K.
Yeah. At least I didn't say the other joke about like I wish I was black from the waist down or something. No, no. But yeah, that's the thing. It's the manipulative womanizer persona. A lot of people always get wrong about me. I mean, actually, it's if you've been my friend for years and you met me in my college years, I can kind of see why you got that. But my after college years, I changed a lot. So I guess it's a previous stigma that people just carried over, stuff like that. That's me. All right, is that everyone?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
moving along. Sorry, I'm just gonna check mark here. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. If we were to ask your ex about gestures or things you always done for them, what would they say?
Repeat the question.
If we were to ask your ex about gestures or things that you usually do for them, what would they say? So you would have to guess what your ex would say. Like an example is like, if I were to ask your ex would be like, "Oh yeah, like Marco always tied my shoes before I go out," or Jay, he always opened the car door.
For me, it'd be stop it.
My ex, what? What? or like Meg always makes me toast in the morning. Oh no, you were the toast person. Sorry. It's like gestures, something you always do for your ex that you think your ex will most likely like say that. Like, yeah, that's something he always do while you guys were dating.
Oh,
If you
gift giving.
Gift giving.
Mhm.
That's if we were to ask your ex, that's what she would say.
I would say so. Yeah, because
So every single holiday.
I mean, even then, there's a few times where I was surprised. Like there was once, there was like some event that I forgot what event it was, but you know, some women they're always like, "Oh, I have nothing to wear." Mind you, they have like a full ass wardrobe of like outfits to choose from.
I still don't get that, but yeah.
So, and I knew her favorite color, and then I saw like this really nice dress in her favorite color, and then I bought it for her. And then she came over. She was like, "Oh, we gotta hurry up because I gotta go home and figure out what to wear." I was like, "Oh yeah, just go up to my room and then I'll meet you. I'll be right there." And then I had laid it out on the bed, and I left a little note on there. So like I would give her, I would surprise her with gifts and stuff like that.
He always gives me gifts. It's like a sugar daddy. Just kidding. But you know what I meant. You're thoughtful. You always you're thoughtful. Jay, what would your ex say that? What's the gesture you always do for her?
If you met my ex,
What the hell is stop? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, so if you met my ex and you were to say this question to her, I'm pretty sure she would tell you guys to tell me to stop it, right? Because I would always pat her on the head every so often, even during like inappropriate times where she's like sad. Oh no, not sad, like angry. It's just like you're doing great. And she would like grumpily just say like, stop it, stop doing that. I would do it all the fucking time, especially so she used to attend MIT and she would always be like super stressed out, and all that stuff, and I would just do it right then and there while she was telling me the story, and I'm just like, yeah, you'll be fine. It's like, here you go.
Still tap her on the head.
It's like, shut up, that's not a solution.
Oh my god, I feel bad for her. Yeah, you should stop that. By the way,
I should.
I kind of agree with her. I never even met this girl, but I agree with her. Don't tap people on the head.
But until Jay's offense, at one point, it's kind of like it becomes a habit, and it's like it becomes a part of you.
Kids, yes, but not your girlfriend. You know, unless they're trying to be cute.
That's probably why she was just annoyed. Like, what? Stop it! Stop doing that.
Meg, you got something? If not, I got something.
No, I'll skip.
Okay. I have a lot. If you were to ask my exes of like what gestures I do, I could think of. I could think of a lot that they'll name. So I'll start off with the food part because food is a common one. For my exes, when they get like a steak, right? I always slice the steak for them before they eat it, so it'll be easier for her to chew. And for like any shellfish, I always de-shell what it is. Even crabs, like I'll break open the crab shell first, take the meat out, and then put it to the side so she can eat it.
You're so nice.
That's so sweet.
I've done it so much. But what my ex is, well, my close ex, she wouldn't know. The long one, she wouldn't know why. It's because I took care of kids, so I'm making it easier for kids to eat usually, right? But it like transfers over to I do the same thing for my my girlfriend at the time. So I usually do that. I forgot what else I had. I kind of.
Do you tell her to open her mouth and say ah too? Do you like put it in her?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was thinking of the
No, I don't
opposite.
feed her like that,
I
but
was mama bird.
Yeah.
Just
See,
feeding the
no, I
fucking-
was thinking of the opposite of not like taking care of kids, more like you're taking care of an older woman, taking care of a cougar. You know,
yeah,
you pre-chewing the food for them.
yeah. Like, well, I
Yep.
wouldn't pre-chew the food, but like, yeah.
Yep.
That's something that like I never noticed it. My ex pointed it out to me once, and I never noticed it until she pointed it out once because we went out as a group setting, and we all ordered steak. And while I was talking to my friend, I grabbed her plate and then just started cutting it and handing it to her. And then she was talking to somebody, and then she just said out loud that like he always does it. He always prepare my food. I don't even ask him; he just does it naturally. And I was like, "Huh? Oh yeah, go ahead, eat. It's fine, easier that way." And I but like, it just it comes to me like
It's
I don't
second
know,
nature.
Yeah, second nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I always do too with my ex is when they fall asleep randomly, like let's say they fall asleep on a couch or something like that, or even if they fall asleep on the bed. I always take off their glasses and charge their phone for them and then turn it off. And while while they're in bed or fell asleep randomly, I always take off their glasses and put it down. And then same thing for in the morning. In the morning time, I memorize their like food or what they could or could not eat or what they do like and don't like, especially their coffee order, right? And I would get the food ready for them. Because most of the gestures I do is I always try to devote like at least 10, 15 minutes a day to my significant other every day, whether it's something small or something stupid, even if it's a text. So that's the gesture I think my ex would say. It has to be that food one.
Mm.
It has to be that one. I mean, there's other ones too, but it has to be that one. That's gestures that I think if you ask my exes, that's the one that she'll say the most. Yeah, that's me. Like you want to skip or you had something?
Skip. I
Okay,
don't
skip.
know.
All right, let's move along.
I can just imagine, Kay. Here comes the train.
Choo choo
Airplane say ah.
Say ah. You do.
Look.
Oh, it's fine. Just eat.
Remember,
Comes
just
the
choo.
choo-choo train.
You're doing great. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Okay. What can you recall from the last time you were rejected by someone? What was the reason of why you were rejected? You would have to think about the time you were rejected, and they probably told you. Reject, not breakup. Reject.
Yeah, yeah.
Reject.
I'm gonna
I'm at-
skip. I'm gonna skip
You're gonna
'Cause
skip?
I'm-
That's fine.
because I'm 0-3, baby. Let's go.
Oh wow. I thought Meg was gonna be like, because I called him Chris by accident.
Damn.
No, I can't believe you remember that. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, the Chris
Holy
thing.
shit! It's been so long.
It's a joke, Meg. I don't think that's it, man. It's just a joke. Do you remember the last time?
Yeah, it was probably because I have a kid. She was like, "Yeah, I don't, I see you just as a friend and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, that's fine." And she's like, "We can still hang out." I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then I did what you told me, one of your moves. I've said it on previous episodes before, but yeah. After that, I was like, I'm not gonna text her. And like 3 days in, she was the one always texting me. But yeah, that's what the reason.
I got rejected by my genetics. I remember that. The last time I was rejected. Well, it
By
says
what?
anytime. So I got rejected because of my genetics. So I'm not 6 foot. Genetics, right?
Oh.
And I'm not light skinned. Genetics.
Mm.
That was 2 reasons of why I got rejected from her. I from the girl that I could recall, she didn't like me because I was too dark skinned, and that I wasn't 6 foot tall. Mind you, she was 5'3". Or like somewhere. She had to be 150 centimeters or 5'3". She had to be somewhere around there. So I got rejected for that. But I just took it like a champ. I was like, oh no, it's understandable. People has preferences.
Yeah.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the other things I checked off. for her. At least she was nice enough to tell me that like the other part I checked off. Like, have my own car. I have 2 cars, but I actually have 3 legally. I have 3 cars, but I'm just gonna count the 2. And then I live by myself on my own place, right? And so I don't live with my mom, and I make over 80K a year because I think she said she wanted a guy who makes over 60K or something like that, which is great because at least she didn't say over 100K. I mean, no, 'cause if you count my bonuses, I technically make over 100K. If you count my bonus every quarterly that I get, but all the other things I checked off. It was just things that I had. The sad part, which I never told, is like she rejected me for things that I had no control.
Yeah.
I had no control. I can't. Well, I could get taller if I do surgery, but like, most Asians are usually 5'6". I'm 5'9", but or 5'10", really, or 177 centimeters if you really want to get down to the centimeters, which is pretty above average for most Asians, right?
Yeah.
And as far as my skin complexion goes, my pigment, I can't. I have no control over that. My genetics is my genetics. Most Cambodians are dark skinned or tan or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So that's what I can recall what I got rejected for, which was insane. Well, to me, it's insane, but no offense. I get
Yeah.
it. People have preferences. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're 3-0, Mr. Skip. Okay, Meg, what you got rejected for? You
I got
remember?
rejected because
I
of
don't even think you
distance.
got rejected. There's no way.
It was the
Did you?
first time. Yeah, it was the first
Oh,
time I asked someone out. Well, told them that I like them, and it was the first and last time.
wow.
I was just like, I can't believe you guys have to go through this. I don't like this. I'm never gonna tell anyone that I like them anymore. Would never be the
Well,
first one to say it.
what was the reason? I'm just
It
curious.
was
Or if you don't want to
distance.
disclose it, it's okay.
No, it was distance.
Oh,
The
distance?
guy, yeah, the guy is from Europe, in from England, and I was just like, we hung out, we went on a few dates, and I'm like, this is great, but he wasn't staying long. It was a Tinder date, anyways, and he wasn't staying long, and I was just like, oh, like I'm just gonna see if he wants, because he said that he might come back to Boston, and so I was like, okay, like let me shoot my shot for once. And then he was just like, yeah, I kind of like need someone to be, I like someone just being there all the time. And I'm like, okay, I get that. Some people just can't do like long distance. So that was my rejection.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. I've been in a long distance before. Yeah. Mine was in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh,
It
see,
was
I
during
never done
COVID.
long distance before. And I was
It,
just
it
like,
wa- it
I'll
wasn't
try.
easy. To be honest with you, we broke up because so we dated during COVID, and we broke up because the travel ban was indefinite.
Mm,
And we thought, okay, because it was indefinite, I guess we're never gonna see each other, right? So
mm,
we just ended it there because that broke our heart when they announced that it was indefinite, that like you guys, like no one's allowed to travel outside the US or come
mm-hmm,
into the US. So
mm-hmm.
that did it for us. But fast forward to now, it's like, oh my God, we could have just stayed together and just tough it out, but we didn't.
Should have hit her up and be like, hey, I'm gonna be in Montreal.
No, not
Yeah, did you
Montreal.
ever
She was in
rekindle?
Vancouver.
That's what I'm saying. You could have told her.
Oh yeah, I could have, but it was kind of far back. Oh my gosh, COVID was a while back. So yeah, long distance. I will admit it's not for everyone. So I can kind of understand how um why it wasn't for him. But I think, like, honestly, like it's kind of like a good rejection, Meg. I'm not trying to lighten it up, but like at least it wasn't like something you yourself was bad that like he
Hey,
couldn't.
I wouldn't know. That could be an excuse. It's
Oh,
just
that's
like,
true.
this is my excuse to get away. Get away.
She doesn't eat in front of me. I don't know why she disappears.
He could be living in the next city over.
Yeah, she always runs off with no shoes.
My gosh.
That's yeah. Well, I'm just saying like that. At least that I was trying to make light of it. Okay, all right. Moving along to the next question. Oh no, this is not a question. This is actually what you guys wanted, which I feel as if I'm actually now that Meg is here, I'm gonna go over it. So I'm gonna tell you guys my dating experience. So so I made a what the hell was it? A Hinge account.
Oh yeah, we briefly talked about it last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
briefly, but I told you guys to wait for Meg, right? Yeah. So this is it right here. Now Meg's here. So I made a Hinge account. And I made it only because of the fact that my friends and we were at a birthday party, I think it was. It was some sort of party. And then we were talking about how we all met each other. And well, I was obviously by myself, but I found out that like majority of everyone met each other through like Tinder or Hinge or any other social media or dating app and stuff like that. So of course, obviously it works, right? And then I said that like, man, I actually don't use it because like I told him my Tinder story about when I actually did use Tinder. Remember you guys remember I went to that girl's house after we had Applebee's and then I went to use her bathroom. There's just nothing but porcelain head dolls, just a head. And then it scared the shit out of me because when I came out, she was talking to someone when she told me she lived alone, right? And I booked it out of there. That was my Tinder experience. That was my one and only. And then ever since then,
What was your excuse? Were you like, oh, my car's getting towed?
but I told her, oh, my car's getting towed. Went out and never came back. But
My God.
yeah, I never came back. But ever since then, I never used all the other dating apps. But so I made a Hinge account, and yeah, I made a Hinge account. I sent it to all my friends, right? So Meg is one of them. Marco, Jay, and I sent it to all my friends, and they were rating it. And I turned it into majority of it into jokes because of the fact that I tried to answer it as honest as I possibly could, but it just didn't sound like me. So I turned some of it into jokes. But however,
some of it you turned it all mine except one of them.
Except for one.
Yeah,
Except for one.
you turned all of them into jokes.
Which was like one was like about me, about like one of my lifelong goals, and which was like I always my lifelong goal. One of it at least is to open up a ramen shop and stuff like that. So fast forward, that was like a few months ago and stuff like that. And fast forward to now, and I showed my friends this before. Fast forward to now, and despite whatever you guys rated it and stuff like that, and all the modifications, yeah, Meg, I modified it according to what you said about the headshot and all that stuff, right? I haven't gotten any matches.
What?
I haven't gotten any matches, and I do swipe. Well, what all the allotted amount that
I
that
feel
we
like it's harder
get.
for guys, to be
I think
honest.
I'll put this here, right? And as you can see, I actually haven't gotten any matches and stuff like that. Which I'm not discouraged. I'm not.
Which I'm surprised because like last time I was on Hinge, I used to get matches like not all the time, but a fair amount, like matches, and then I would message to some of them. But I'm surprised you still haven't gotten any.
Yeah.
Was your profile full of jokes?
No.
Well, it's the one I sent you guys. It's the one I sent you guys, right?
No,
It's
but
the
here's the
same
thing,
with you,
though.
Meg. It's the same one I sent you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I like his profile because it's like it's genius. Like I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah. But well, at least you thought it was great. But I had went on a date, but it wasn't from Hinge. It wasn't from Hinge. And then
Where was it from?
Here's the date that I told you guys. I wanted to tell you guys. It was organically. It was from a friend's friend.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's a friend's older sister, right?
That's so much better, anyways.
Yeah, it's a friend's older sister, and so I went on this date. But I just wanted to tell you guys a story about that date because I wanted to see, and I want you to deeply tell me how would you feel in my shoes, because I think. Well, I'll tell you what I think after.